What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about the downfall of seeking external validation. See, in this life today, we have the ability to understand that we have to understand ourselves. We have to understand what we're placed on this earth to do. We have to understand that when we seek external validation, most times it doesn't help us. It just ruins us and stops us from the path that we're supposed to be on, the path that we're supposed to be placed on, and having a sense of understanding of ourselves. See, when we have a sense of understanding of ourselves, then in turn we can understand what life is really about. We have to find a meaning to the life that we live. We have to find an understanding and a purpose behind the life that we live. Many seek understanding, wisdom, and knowledge, but many fail to realize and understand that we have to understand ourselves first. When you understand yourself, you understand the decisions that you decide to make in this life, and you understand that the decisions in this life can actually alter your life in a positive or negative way. Then you decide to make changes in your own personal life if you want to. See, when we're seeking external validation, what we're essentially saying is that we don't care about ourselves, we don't care about change, and we are trying to please others. Sometimes we may try to do things in this life that gain the attention of other people because we feel like in our own personal lives we haven't received that attention that we feel like we deserve. We have to understand that at the end of the day, you can only handle and fix the decisions of your life. Other people cannot fix the decisions of your life, and other people cannot help you on your path and your journey. What people can do is lend a hand when they want to, but at the end of the day, your own decisions and your own life is in your hands. We have to understand this. We have to pay attention to it, and we have to understand that in everything that we do, instead of seeking for help from other people all the time, we just have to figure it out ourselves. When we're constantly seeking for help, when we're constantly trying to get help from other people, it's not going to do anything for ourselves. Even if somebody is willing to lend you a hand and help you, essentially, at the end of the day, the help is great. And, even in my own personal life, I'm grateful for people who have helped me in my own personal life. But at the end of the day, my own problems and decisions are something that I have to fix on my own. And essentially, if somebody wants to help me, I'm grateful and thankful for that, the utmost. But at the end of the day, you can't continuously seek help from other people in this life. Some things that you do in this life, you have to deal with it on your own. And when you start to realize and understand that, then you start to actually focus on life, focus on what you need to get done, and actually focus on the life that God provides you. In this life, many times we may lose focus on our path, our mission, and our purpose, and we may try to seek things externally to actually fill voids. That does not help. At the end of the day, voids are distractions that stop us from actually completing the goal at hand. And in reality, in this life, we have to take the time out of our day to understand what we need to get done, how we're going to get these things done, and the tasks that need to get done at hand. Nothing is ever going to be easy in this life, but if we do not take the time to actually assess the challenges that we face and how we can overcome these challenges, then nothing will ever get solved. And sometimes, even in your personal life, even in social settings, you may want people to be around you because you may feel alone, or sometimes you may just enjoy the company of other people. But essentially, when you have to overexert yourself in order for you to gain the approval of other people, nothing good comes from that. Many times in society, there have been many various figures who have had to overextend themselves to other people in order to gain positions of power in society. But the reality of the matter is is if people like you, they'll gravitate towards you, they'll be around you, and they'll want to deal with you. And if people do not like you, then they won't be around you. And that's normal and that's fine. We shouldn't want to be liked by everybody, but just trying our best to be liked by everybody, it's never going to go well. It's never going to go right. And at the end of the day, we destroy ourselves trying to please everybody. We destroy ourselves trying to agree with everybody. And we destroy ourselves just trying to be what everyone in society wants us to be. You know, even in your own life, you may see topics such as politics, religion, and other things in society that are of importance. And you may have your own view and your own personal opinion on those things. And when you have your own view and personal opinion on these things, people may want you to agree with their opinion. And at the end of the day, we have to realize and understand that, hey, everyone has their own view, everyone has their own opinion. And if you're able to understand that someone else has their own opinion, and even if someone has their own opinion, that doesn't mean that because you have your own opinion, whatever they're saying is wrong. But if we look at upbringing, if we look at social systems in society, and we look at other concepts and methodologies of thinking, then we understand where someone's thinking comes from. You know, everyone isn't going to think the same. You know, we're all human. One day we may have an opinion on something, and then another day we may change our opinion based upon doing the research, based upon seeing other examples of that topic. And we're all flawed individuals. You know, that's why for me personally, when I hear somebody in society say something that may be outlandish, I actually assess what they're saying. I actually understand the space of where they're coming from. And really and truly, that's what makes us human. We cannot always be 100% correct. There's going to be things that I may say that may be outlandish. There's going to be things that you may say that may be outlandish. And if we're able to assess the things that we say and have self-awareness, then we're able to understand that, hey, we're all human, we're all flawed, and nobody is perfect. Those who are trying to be perfect, those who are trying to fit the standard of society, are flawed individuals, but they're trying to suppress those capabilities because they want to be seen in society as a notable figure. But we have to understand that at the end of the day, we're all flawed. Something that we may think today in our analogies may change tomorrow. And at the end of the day, if we aren't able to reassess what we're speaking on, the opinions we may have, the ideologies and belief systems that we may have, and we're not able to actually, you know, go back in our minds and actually rethink it, then how is there supposed to be change? You know, being open to change is important, and understanding that, hey, you can have your own opinion, someone else can have their own opinion, but don't chastise somebody else for having their own opinion, because group thinking never helps. You know, when we group think and we constantly group think, what we're essentially saying is we're not good enough to have our own opinions, to use our own mind. And essentially we have to be in this tribalistic mentality where we have to be agreeable, and we have to be a person that just agrees with everything that someone else may say, even if we don't agree with it. And fun fact, sometimes people in society may make outlandish statements, and they may say things that they don't necessarily agree with, but are trying to test you to see what type of person you are, to see if you're a people pleaser or if you're somebody that has their own opinion and their own mindset. We have to understand that when someone sees you as a people pleaser, they essentially do not respect you. They essentially do not care about you, and they will use you as a pawn. But if you are an individual that thinks for yourself and you actually understand your concepts of thinking, and you actually fight back the opinions and ideologies that somebody else may say to try and trap you, people respect that. And even if they don't openly respect that, subconsciously they respect that. Some people aren't able to achieve those things in their own life. So when they see that you're able to achieve those things, there's going to be resentment there. But at the end of the day, subconsciously, those people respect you. And then there's people who just do not care all across the board and they don't respect anything. So we have to understand that we can't please everybody, and external validation does not help. But if we understand that in reality, if we have our own method of thinking and we have the ability to actually free our minds with our thinking under the Most High, then we're able to understand where our opinions and ideologies stem from, and where someone's opinions and ideologies stems from as well. Let's not try to write off people because they have their own opinions, but just understand where that person may have their own opinion and where that opinion may stem from. And especially with cancel culture and all these other things in society, it stops people from actually thinking and stops people from actually doing the level of thinking that is needed to elevate. People rather be comfortable and not stir up any controversy because they may lose friends, family members, or co-workers or associates. But in reality, we have to understand that, hey, everybody does not have the same level of thinking. Everyone cannot think the same in society today. Everyone should have their own personal opinions and understand where their opinions stem from, and understand how their opinions can affect other people's lives as well, because some of the words that we may use can affect other people in this life as well too. So we have to be very cautious of that as well. So today I'll be leaving you with these scriptures, and I hope that these scriptures can help you in your own personal life. 2 Corinthians 10:12. We do not dare to classify or compare ourselves with someone who commended themselves. Proverbs 25:27. It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glorious to seek one's own glory. Galatians 5:26. Do not desire vain glory. See, in this life today, understand that you have the ability to think for yourself. Understand that your opinion is important. You are an important individual to God. And don't ever think that you hold no importance in society today. Everyone holds importance in society today. I want to thank you for watching. Peace.